You've been dragging your past into every room you walk into. But what if God is saying, I'm not asking you to forget it, I'm asking you to use it. Your mess is about to become your ministry. Can I be honest with you for a minute? I know what it feels like to carry yesterday like a backpack full of bricks. I know what it's like to accomplish something incredible and still feel that whisper in the back of your mind saying, but they don't know what you did. They don't know who you really are. They don't know what you're hiding. You've been apologizing for years, maybe not out loud, but in the way you carry yourself, in the way you shrink when someone compliments you, in the way you hold back when it's your turn to shine, in the way you disqualify yourself before anyone else gets the chance to. And I need you to hear something that's going to shake every single lie you've been believing about yourself. Your past is not your disqualification. It's your doctoral degree. Somebody needs to hear that right now. You think you're damaged goods? You think you're too far gone. You think that because you took the scenic route, the painful route, the route that left scars and bruises and stories you wish you could erase, that somehow you're not qualified for the blessing that has your name on it. But what if I told you that every detour was divine? What if every mistake was actually a masterclass? What if every moment you spent in the valley was preparing you for the mountain you're about to climb? We've been sold this idea that our value is connected to our perfection, that we have to arrive spotless, flawless, with a testimony that sounds like a fairy tale and a track record that has no blemishes. But that's not how breakthrough works. That's not how purpose works. That's not how God works. I hear God saying to somebody watching this right now, I don't need you cleaned up. I need you to show up. I don't need you to have all the answers. I need you to have the audacity to step into your calling anyway. I don't need your perfection. I need your obedience. You've been running from your story like it's evidence against you. But baby, your story is actually your greatest credential. It's your proof that you don't quit. It's your proof that you can survive what would break other people. It's your proof that when life knocked you down, you got back up. And now it's time to stop hiding that proof and start using it. You know what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you muzzled. The enemy wants you convinced that your past is too messy. Your mistakes are too public. Your failures are too fresh for you to possibly walk in purpose. But what the enemy doesn't understand is that God specializes in taking broken pieces and building masterpieces. Listen to me carefully. The thing you're most embarrassed about, that's the thing that's going to be someone else's permission slip. The season you keep trying to fast forward through in your mind, that's the season that taught you lessons nobody else could teach you. The version of yourself you wish never existed. That version is the reason you're strong enough to handle what's coming next. Stop apologizing for your journey. I'm serious. Stop entering spaces like you owe people an explanation. Stop introducing yourself with a list of disclaimers. Stop downplaying your gifts because you're afraid someone might dig into your history. You are not defined by your worst day. You are not summarized by your biggest mistake. You are not the accumulation of every time you fell short. You are a miracle in motion. You are grace with skin on. You are the living, breathing, walking proof that redemption is real and second chances are sacred. And it's never too late to become who you were always meant to be. Does anybody want breakthrough today? Does anybody want to finally put down the weight? Does anybody want to stop dragging chains that were already unlocked? Then you've got to make a radical decision. You've got to forgive yourself. You've got to release the guilt. You've got to look yourself in the mirror and say out loud, I did what I did with what I knew. I survived what tried to take me out. And now I'm stepping into the fullness of my calling without permission from anyone who wasn't there for my process. Here's what's wild. The thing you're hiding is the exact thing the world needs to see. Right now, somebody is sitting in the same darkness you escaped from. and they're looking for evidence that there's a way out. Right now, somebody is convinced they're too far gone. And your story is the story that could save their life. But you're over here apologizing. You're over here hiding. You're over here making yourself smaller because you think your past makes you illegitimate. Let me tell you something. Your past makes you powerful. I'm not saying you have to tell everybody everything. I'm not saying you owe the world your trauma. But what I am saying is that the moment you stop being ashamed of where you've been is the moment you unlock where you're going. Your mistakes didn't ruin you. They prepared you. Your failures didn't disqualify you. They equipped you. Your past didn't close doors. It opened your eyes. God is raising up an army of people who are unashamed of their scars. People who understand that the most authentic ministry flows from the deepest mess. People who aren't trying to look perfect, but are committed to being real. Somebody watching this has been sitting on the sidelines. You know you're called to lead, but you're terrified of being exposed. You know you're called to speak, but you're afraid of being judged. You know you're called to rise, but you're convinced that your history disqualifies you from your destiny. And I'm here to demolish that lie right now. You are already qualified, not when you get it together, not when enough time passes, not when you feel worthy enough or healed enough or polished enough. Right now, today, this moment, you are qualified because the God who called you knew exactly who he was calling. He saw every mistake. He saw every detour. He saw every moment of weakness and rebellion and stupidity. And he still said, "That's the one I want. That's the one who's going to carry my message to the people who need it most." You think your disqualification is your past, baby. Your qualification is your past. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. Your qualification is your past. The depth of your pain prepared you for the height of your purpose. The weight of your struggle built the strength you needed to carry others. The darkness you survived trained your eyes to see hope in hopeless situations. This is not an accident. This is not a mistake. This is not God being cruel or careless with your life. Every wilderness has a purpose attached to it. Every battle has a promotion on the other side of it. Every pit you fell into was actually preparing you for a platform you couldn't see yet. But you've got to stop apologizing long enough to step onto it. I rebuke shame right now. I rebuke the voice that says you're not enough. I rebuke the lie that says your past is too complicated, too controversial, too contaminated for God to use. That's a lie straight from hell. And we're breaking agreement with it today. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when you think you've done enough penance. Today, you are not going to spend one more year hiding your light. You are not going to spend one more season shrinking to make insecure people comfortable. You are not going to spend one more moment apologizing for the path that made you powerful. Because who you are matters. Who you are is anointed. Who you are is exactly who someone in the world needs to encounter so they can believe they can make it too. Your ministry will not flow from your perfection. Your ministry will flow from your transparency, from your courage, from your willingness to say, I've been there. I survived it. And if I can make it, so can you? I wish someone had told me this years ago. I wish someone had grabbed me by the shoulders and said, "Baby, you don't need a perfect past to have a powerful future. You don't need a flawless record to make a profound impact. You just need a surrendered heart and a made-up mind that your story is not going to be buried in shame anymore." So I'm telling you now, I'm being that voice for you today. Stop waiting for permission from people who don't understand your process. Stop waiting to feel like you deserve it. Stop waiting for some magical moment when you finally feel ready enough to walk in what you were created for. You already paid the price. You paid it when you survived what should have destroyed you. You paid it when you got back up, when everyone expected you to stay down. You paid it when you chose growth over bitterness. You paid it when you decided your past would inform your future, but not define it. Oh God, I feel this in my spirit right now. Somebody is about to have a breakthrough. Somebody is about to step into a dimension of purpose that's been waiting for them to stop apologizing and start activating. Your mess is about to fund your message. Your pain is about to fuel your platform. Your test is about to transform into your testimony. But you've got to walk differently. You've got to think differently. You've got to carry yourself like someone who knows their scars are their credentials, not their condemnation. The world doesn't need more people pretending to be perfect. The world needs you, scarred, seasoned, beautifully broken, miraculously restored you. Because your story gives permission. Your survival gives hope. Your willingness to be honest about the journey creates space for others to be honest about theirs. Right now, I need you to do something. I need you to release every ounce of shame that's been following you around. I need you to drop the weight of regret that you've been carrying, like it's your responsibility. I need you to let go of the need to constantly justify, explain, or apologize for who you used to be. That version of you was necessary. That version of you served a purpose. That version of you was the caterpillar before the butterfly. Honor it, learn from it, and then leave it behind. Because your future is too urgent, your calling is too critical, your purpose is too powerful to keep it locked up behind the bars of your past. You know what I love about grace? Grace doesn't require you to earn it. Grace doesn't wait for you to deserve it. Grace shows up when you're still a mess and says, I'm going to use this, all of this, every mistake, every failure, every moment you thought disqualified you. And that's what's happening right now in your life. God is not looking at your past and shaking his head. He's looking at your past and saying, now we can really do something. Now we can really help people. Now we can really demonstrate what redemption looks like. You are not a project. You are a masterpiece in progress. You are not a problem to be fixed. You are a prophet to be released. And it's time to stop letting your history hold your destiny hostage. Will there be critics? Absolutely. Will there be people who try to use your past against you? 100%. Will there be moments when doubt creeps in and whispers that maybe you're not qualified after all? Of course. But none of that changes what God said about you. None of that revokes the call on your life. None of that has the power to stop what's already been set in motion. You have been chosen. You have been appointed. You have been anointed for this exact moment in time. And nobody can take that away from you. So here's what we're declaring today. Right here, right now, no more waiting. We're done apologizing for our past. We're done shrinking to fit into spaces that were never meant to contain us. We're done letting old chapters dictate new stories. We're taking every mistake and turning it into a message of hope. We're taking every failure and building it into a foundation of wisdom. We're taking every broken piece and watching God weave them into something beautiful. Because that's his specialty. He takes what looks dead and resurrects it. He takes what looks ruined and restores it. He takes what looks disqualified and declares it chosen. Your past no longer has authority over your future. I'm speaking freedom over you right now. I'm declaring that every door that closed because of yesterday is about to swing wide open because of your purpose. Every opportunity you thought you missed is about to be redeemed. Every dream you thought you killed is about to be resurrected with more power than it had the first time. But you've got to walk in it. You've got to own it. You've got to stop moving through life like you're waiting for someone to give you permission to be who you already are. No more apologies. No more explanations that you don't owe. No more dimming your light so other people feel better about their darkness. You are a living testimony. You are a walking billboard for grace. You are proof that God doesn't make mistakes with people. He makes miracles, and it's time for you to walk like you know it. Somebody watching this needs to hear this directly. Sis, I see you trying to hide. Brother, I see you playing small. The enemy thought your past would silence you, but baby. You're about to show him what happens when shame loses its grip. You're about to show him what radical obedience looks like. You're about to show him what purpose unleashed looks like. You're about to show him what happens when someone stops apologizing and starts activating. And when people ask how you did it, how you rebuilt, how you rose from the rubble of your own mistakes, you're going to tell them the simple truth. I stopped letting my past write checks my future had to cash. I stopped apologizing for the journey that made me who I am. I stopped hiding my scars and started wearing them as proof that I'm a survivor, not a victim. That's your testimony. That's your truth. That's your weapon. Now it's time to use it. Stop apologizing for your past. Your mess is your ministry. Your pain is your purpose. Your story is your superpower. The world has been waiting for you to believe it. Now go walk in it. Not perfectly, powerfully. You were built for this.